Chainsaw Man Chapter 205 is out, let's talk about it. We immediately start off where we left off last time, and Denji's looking at the head of whoever this person, the Fire Devil, is trying to have Denji remember. We get a good close-up of him, as Denji agrees the same question that most people are probably saying at home, who's he? Fire Devil then starts telling the story about this person, revealing that they were once part of a pair of twins who saved the Fire Devil while the Fire Devil was very weak. While the twins were bringing the Fire Devil back to life, they told stories about this hero named Chainsaw Man, and about all these amazing things, and how Chainsaw Man was, like, such an amazing hero. So the Fire Devil confirms that they have been making contracts with, quote, those with justice in their hearts, unquote, to make what we now know as the Fire Devil chainsaws, the fake saws, if you will. However, we now get to the confirmation of who this guy is, that being a guy grabbed when Denji was fighting the Cockroach Devil earlier on in Part 2. And it's revealed that Denji valued the life of a cat over the life of this brother. The Fire Devil is kind of in shock that this guy who's lived idolizing Chainsaw is basically right here, right now, his corpse is right in front of Chainsaw. Chainsaw doesn't even recognize him after killing him. Denji's then like, okay, so do you want me to apologize? And Fire Devil's like, no, you're about to make another decision that's just as important. As we get a 2-page spread of Fire Devil saying, don't make the same mistake, which Denji's confused by, but then a building comes flying in from into another building from off-screen. Denji's confused because during this building flying into the other building, the Fire Devil then departs and leaves. We then see Yoru crushed underneath this building, since, of course, Yoru, in a couple of the previous chapters, went off to go fight Falling Devil. Yoru is slightly in denial about her not winning, and is then asking if Denji does want to help her, which he then agrees and says the whole, like, yes, ma'am! And the chapter ends with Yoru saying, then save me if you can, as Denji appears to confront the Falling Devil, as he did earlier in Part 2 during the Falling Devil arc. All in all, this chapter was not bad. I like the lore drop that we get for the Fire Devil and why all of these contracts have been made, along with the origins of Fake Saw, and like the concept of fake saws in general. And I really like the foreboding and ominous warning that the Fire Devil gives Denji. Presumably, later on during this fight/arc, maybe within like 5 chapters or so, we'll get a choice Denji has to make, and that will be very cool. Also, no break next week.